Hello, this is Dan Richardson at the Chapel of the North Hills, and I'm continuing to reflect upon watching Spider-Man movies and at the New Year's Day movie marathon that we had. And on the second movie, there was a villain that was brought to life out of the pages of the comic book called Doc Ock. So I would like us to think about the road to hell, thinking about Doc Ock. See, in this movie, he was superbly brought to life by Alfred Molina. What a great acting job he did. Kind of like Norman Osborn, Octavius, that's his character, Otto Octavius, was a scientist who ended up as his own test subject. He developed a whole set of arms that were guided by an artificial intelligence and yet connected to his own brain and his own brainstem and his spine. There was one tiny little device that was supposed to be a safeguard against the arms, the artificial intelligence in the arms controlling him. Well, after he donned those mechanical arms, that safeguard subsequently failed, malfunctioned, and then the artificial intelligence in the machines began to control him. Well, initially, the research of Dr. Octavius was driven by a desire to provide an abundant energy source for all mankind. We can notice here these good intentions of this plan, but as the saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, as this vision approached reality, Dr. Octavius saw that he could actually be the one to hold and to control this massive amount of energy. He desired then to have the power of the sun in the palm of his hand. Well, this lust for power and the influence of those arms combined to transform Dr. Otto Octavius into Doc Ock. Well, the lust for power, it was also responsible for the transformation of Lucifer, an archangel, into Satan, the deceiver. In the book of Isaiah, God foretells the return of Israel and the subsequent downfall of the king of Babylon. Through the imagery, we realize that we're really being told about the fall of Satan before he shows up as a serpent in the Garden of Eden. Notice his lust for power in Isaiah 14:12 through 15. As you read these verses, it starts out with him being called a shining morning star. Something beautiful, something very desirable. But by the end of that paragraph, he has fallen to the deepest regions of hell. And he did this by way of 5 I will statements. Listen to him carefully. In verse 13, I will ascend to the heavens. Also in verse 13, I will set up my throne above the stars of God. Continuing in verse 13, I will sit on the mounts of God, the mount of the gods. So he is describing what he will do. I will, I will, I will. There's another one in verse 14. I will ascend to the highest clouds. And then finally, I will make myself like the Most High. Really desired the position of God. So that is the lust for power that destroyed him and made him fall from the highest place down to the lowest. So no matter your intentions, desiring power is going to put you in league with hell. Instead, let's spend our time and our energies seeking to glorify God. He is the one who truly holds the power of the sun in the palm of his hand, because he holds all of creation in the palm of his hand. Now, that is power. Be blessed.